no idea how he'd gotten there.
He described it to me as if, and in his own diary, I guess, that he'd get to the time, as if it somehow, I think it must have been God, perhaps, had said in Phoenix, you've got to stop this.
2 days before his 38th birthday, Hopkins decided to save himself and the career he had spent 20 years building. He joined Alcoholics Anonymous.
I think it's marvelously elegant and I enjoy it, but unfortunately I couldn't do that. I had a lot of music, so I thought, I'd just start.
What's interesting about Hopkins' battle with substance abuse is as bad as it got, and it got really bad, he never slid back when he got sober. When he discovered sobriety, he didn't have those thousands of relapses that other stars do. This is a guy who's very focused.
In 1989, his agent called with an offer to star in a Hollywood thriller called The Silence of the Lambs. Hopkins stepped into the role of serial killer Hannibal the Cannibal Lecter.
If I really at home then, sighed Lecter. There was no effort at all.
Hopkins spent hours developing Lecter's mannerisms and voice.
Hopkins decided that the voice of Hannibal Lecter, to sound really sinister, really creepy, should be a mixture of Katharine Hepburn, Truman Capote, and the computer Hal from Space Odyssey 2001. When he merged those voices together for the role, he said, I knew I just nailed it.
The Silence of the Lambs proved to be a pivotal movie for Anthony Hopkins and one of the most successful thrillers ever made. For 53-year-old Hopkins, it was the role that changed his life.
Ben Stiller is one of the most multi-talented comedians working in Hollywood today.
He can act. He's a wonderful actor. He's a true, genuine actor who brings character to each of his parts.
He can direct. He is a filmmaker. You think of him as an actor, and yeah, he's a comic actor. He's a filmmaker.
And his face speaks volumes.
He's a great reactive comedian, which is craziness can be going on around him, and you cut to his face, and he just shows you all the pain and humiliation.
It's hilarious, and it's really painful, and it transcends language.
For a guy best known for some of the most cringe-worthy moments on film, it may come as a surprise to learn that Ben Stiller is also one of the most respected filmmakers in the business.
There's a guy that has a great imagination and a lot of talent and a great work ethic. Ben is someone who takes being funny very seriously.
He's not one of these comedians that needs to be the center of attention. He's kind of serious and earnest.
I don't think he thinks of himself as a comic. He thinks of himself as an actor, director, and writer.
He's the combination of almost